Hi there. Seb again. We're back with day 10 today. Uh, Quick disclaimer, I'm using the phone mic for today. Uh, I just want to test what it's going to be like, and I want you guys to let me know what you think of it, because the other one I have is kind of screwing up a little bit during the videos, and it's really annoying me that I have to cut out parts because it just goes weird. But we'll try this for a video and then we'll see where to go from there. But to put that to the side, today's video, we have a little bit of a crossroad. I put up a poll, which, by the way, just to let you guys know, I put polls up frequently and put info up frequently. If you want to be part of sort of deciding where we go sometimes with these videos, I put up a poll asking whether you guys want to see more hand muscles or arm muscles today. And it's a 50-50 split, so what I'm gonna do, I've prepared references for both, and I'm gonna flip a coin, and we're just gonna see where we go from there. Heads, it's gonna be hand muscles. Tails, arm muscles. So just so you guys know, I'm not gonna pick for myself. I'm gonna do this here, and then we flip. We've got tails, so we're doing arm muscles today. That's pretty dumb. All right, so for those of you who may not know, I said that this video, what we're gonna do is look at the actual structure of the muscles rather than doing the actual arm itself, just like the previous two episodes. So yeah, we'll go into more of the scientific look at the arm. And yeah, that's really it. We'll go straight into it. Not much else to talk about. Like I said, sorry if the microphone sucks this video, but these phones do have pretty decent mics nowadays, so with a little bit of post-production, I'm sure I can get it to sound pretty good. And I'll think of a solution, or I might just go back to the other mic for the next video. But yeah, this is a bit of a test. So I'll see you in the drawing stage, which is right now. Right, welcome back, all of you. I'm pretty close to the phone at the moment, so I reckon the mic quality is actually going to be pretty decent. But obviously time will tell, and we'll see. What we got going on today with the tools. We are using back to basics. We've got Faber-Castell, just like in the previous videos, just going with an HB pencil and an eraser as usual. Nothing too complicated, cartridge paper, and I've got a pretty cool reference as well. Looks almost like a Michelangelo drawing somewhere, so we'll go with that. I might put this on like this. That might be easier with the space, and I'll also highlight for myself. Yeah, so I got up to here to draw. As for the screen, awesome. Let's get started with it straight away, and I hope you guys join in. Grab your paper, grab your pencils. As you can see, I'm only using cartridge paper, so I'm sure you can grab some cartridge paper from somewhere and get drawing. You don't need any fancy equipment to learn this stuff. I'm trying to be as basic as I can here. I'm even using my just my phone for everything. I did want to set myself a challenge, and I want to see if in this video, which might be a little bit annoying because I am using a different microphone, so it might suck a little bit, but I wanted to just use my phone to do this entire video. So edit it on the phone, post it on the phone, literally all of the work. And the reason for that is I feel like we waste a lot of our time on these phones, and it automatically makes them feel like they're not that productive, like they're not made for being productive. And I kind of want to challenge that with myself. I want to be like looking at it as a tool rather than something to waste time, to reduce maybe the use of social media and increase actual like genuine work that I love doing and being able to do on here. I do have software such as LumaFusion and all of that to work on videos and do this stuff on there, but it's just I've always found it way easier to work on my computer rather than my phone. It's just the control I get there is much better. this arm. So you can see the muscles. We are making sure to draw all of them because this is what this video is about, really. We are exploring that more. I'm going to change the angle a little bit so you'll get a bit of a better one. Better angle. Sorry for the wobble. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Hopefully you won't be able to hear the washing machine in the background, but like I said, this is a test. I may have to go back to that other microphone. I would love to get one of those Rode ones, because those would be a significant improvement to my videos. But we'll see. One day, maybe. What are we doing here? Okay. Running into some complex stuff here. Got a lot of folds coming in. So what I'm going to do is, just like with everything that we usually do, I'm going to try and come in here and be a little bit more gentle with the shapes and just don't go all in straight away. Just do some block shapes and stuff rather than fully going in and committing to something before you're like completely sure on how to draw it. I say just build it out. I'm gonna do that here. I'm gonna draw some shapes to fill this stuff out. Just some simple stuff and then we can go over it. I'm definitely noticing this pencil looking worse on here than it did in my sketchbook. See, I always thought the pencil was what made the difference, but it really isn't. It's the paper. The paper's the magic. That's where all the magic happens. Let's see. We're building the hand over here, which I wanted to kind of do this in this episode. I wanted to go for the hands. But like I said, the poll didn't really work out in the way I wanted it to. We just came to a little bit of a crossroad. But that's all right. We flipped the coin and now we're here. And then we'll do the next one whenever that is. But be sure to join in whenever you want with these things. You can actually can tell me what you'd rather see. And what you'd rather see first, I guess. Because we'll still get to the hands, obviously. We're not going to ignore that. We're going to get to them eventually. But if there's something you want to see earlier and I put up a poll, it's a great way to just get in there and let me know what you want. All right, now as you can see, the muscles here look like one of those, I don't know what you call them. We have them in Poland. It's a bread. It's like a halva bread or something like that. It's a sweet brioche, and the way they make it is they make these long pieces of bread and then they weave them, and it gives you like an effect that's going on here. And it's very delicious. I'm not sure which country it properly originates from, but we have them here in Poland and they're very delicious. All right. What I'm actually going to do, I might change pencils midway just so I can get a darker line here. I'm not a massive fan of how light this is right now. It is an HP pencil. I do need to look at getting a little bit of a nicer one just so it does this a little bit better. Look at that. We are putting in all these things. Oh, I forgot to set the timer for this video. Hold on. I forget how to use this sometimes. We'll do 10 minutes. Yeah, we'll do 10 minutes for the rest of this. I reckon we've been working on this. Yeah, almost 7 minutes. Oh yeah, why am I saying a time? I can see the time of the thing up here. I guess it's more fun when there's a timer involved. More pressure. Right, we're looking pretty good here with this one. I do wish this was digital so I can move it over here so I can work on the other one afterwards. But you know what? That's all right. We'll stick to it. This was like this is in the reference. You will get to see it, but I'm going to remove it because it doesn't really have a role in here. We'll do the hand. We won't do fully here. I'm gonna. How does it look? Just gonna do something like this, just so it's there, but we're not gonna focus on it. We're gonna focus on this stuff. All right, let me grab a different pencil. Sorry. Oh yeah, let's go with this, the big beefy one. This is the, was it 5 point something millimeter lead holder with 4B lead in it, so you know it's gonna get real dark. And yeah, let's just go in here and start putting in some work. Actually, you know what? I know I'm being a little bit picky here, but we have not yet used pen in any of these. I've got my little toolbox here. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, let's use some pen to highlight this stuff. This is going to be more permanent, so it's a little bit more scary. Can't make no mistakes. Here's to hopes that this works. I haven't used it in a while. Yeah, that looks like it works. Alright, let's grab a little kneadable eraser here to get rid of the lines before we fully get working on the rest of this. These kneadable erasers are awesome, especially when it comes to just getting your line work to be like 20 to 30% opacity, so you guys can work on them. Also, I need to sort of, since it's gone a little bit colder, it's a little bit harder to knead now. So let's go in here, do some more of this line. For those wondering, this is a Winsor Newton 0.1. It's pretty old now, so I don't know if it's gonna, it doesn't work the best, but oh, look at that, that was a little fly. Alright, I've been really excited to be doing more of these. I've been looking forward to this my whole day today. When I was at work, I was completely just thinking, hey, I really want to do some practice today. I wasn't even sure what practice to do, but I was just like, you know what, I really want to make a YouTube video. I really want to get some of this done. And days like that are so awesome. I do take them for granted because we get caught up so much in like not being motivated to do these things sometimes. And when days of like pure motivation and happiness to do something come in, those are, we got to cherish those more, man, because they do not come about enough. But we also shouldn't rely on them. That's another point that I want to make. You should never rely on motivation to get work done. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is when we have days like this, they make this a lot easier. They make this a lot more pleasurable. They just make it way better. So I'm just grateful to be having one of these days right now. And I'm always excited to make a new video though, that's the thing. That's something I haven't really been struggling with. I did have a moment where I was like, oh, I don't really feel like drawing, but I gotta make this video. But at that moment I just said to myself, hey, you know what? You just gotta do it, man. And when you do it, you'll be so happy. And I did it. And I was extremely happy. And it ended up being one of the better performing videos as well, which was like, it was just like, if you want any more of a sign to do the work when it feels hardest to do, that's one of the signs you've got to take, because you're just going to be like, well, imagine if I didn't do that. Imagine if I didn't go and put in that hard work. I would have not had this success come from it. I am going to highlight this at the back a little bit. I'm not actually liking this pen, but I don't want to be like real picky and keep switching. It's, I don't know what's wrong with it at the moment. It may be a little bit more dry, so it's not really giving me the effect I want, but that's all right. we'll keep going through it. And for those of you who do not have any fine liners, please just go ahead and grab a ballpoint pen if you want to. That is only if you want to put a little bit more danger in this. If you want to practice with a little bit more adrenaline of the fact that you might ruin the piece, go ahead and grab yourself a pen. If not, continue with the pencil. This is just me mainly using this so you guys can see a little bit clearer what we're drawing here. We've got another muscle over here. Now the thing is, these are numbered on the reference, but I have no idea what they're actually called. So yeah, that might be a bit of an issue. No, it's not an issue. We're not going to name them, but we're going to know that they're here next time we go and draw an arm. So we're still getting some benefits from this. Now, as you can see, these muscles are extremely complicated. But it's great to know this stuff, because when you're drawing someone that has much more muscular arms afterwards, you're just going to know exactly where to put everything. And that is the whole point of building these visual libraries whenever we're drawing, is we need to be able to access them whenever possible. Obviously, we can always use references, but it's a lot more satisfying when you draw something straight from your head and it comes out real good. And this is what you would have to thank for that. All this practice that we're doing is exactly the reason for that. One of my idols, the great Kim Jong-gi, his library was insane, and I only hope to get to that level with more of this practice. I think eventually we'll get to a point where I'll be drawing a lot more random stuff, because this is all fundamentals, right? And we've got to keep in mind the fact that fundamentals are also drawing from life. That is a big fundamental. So we'll definitely be doing a lot more of that in days to come. But right now we're on this. We are on this. It's a very scratchy pen. This might be why I'm not enjoying it too much. I think it's just a little bit too thin for what I'm doing here. I think a 0.3 would have been better, which I do have. So, you know what? Let's go again. Change up. I think, yeah, this is a 0.3. This one is in fact a micron, which, for those of you who do not know, in my opinion, this is the best brand of fine liners that you can get. These are absolutely amazing to use. Yeah, that is a lot better. All right, let's do some of these muscles here. I'm not going to do all of them. What I'm going to try and do is just try and get the message across of how the fibers of some of these muscles work. I don't think I want to go into all the detail and get all of these in at once. We'll just go and show some of them, just so we have like a little bit of a reference for our mind as to where these flow. Some more here. Sometimes the tool makes all the difference, but we as artists have got to be just great with anything we use, because that's, at the end of the day, it's down to us to create the piece, not the pencil or the pen. It's down to us and our knowledge. No one else, nothing else. I'll draw some more of these going in here. That's our 10-minute timer up. That's all right. Let's go another 5 minutes for now. Let's see how we get along. I don't know if I'll have enough time to do another arm today, because I try to keep by some rules whenever I'm doing these videos, and I just think that 25 to 30 minute videos are the most digestible out of all these, which isn't always great because we can't always get to a nice amount of progress with these. Often we'll get to draw maybe one or two of these arms or whatever we're doing, but you know, it's way more digestible for you guys, and you get to focus a little bit more in, and also I get to focus a little bit more in, because at the end of the day, this is also me practicing this stuff, and this is me learning how to draw these things so I can become a better artist. So breaking things down to the basics really is quite the tactic for a lot of these things. Let's fill in a couple more of these strands, or whatever you want to call them. Make sure we don't leave any out. And I'll do a little bit more concentrated areas to show where these are kind of converging and coming in. Using things like this, we can indicate what's deeper and what's further out. So with the darker parts here, we can see that they're much deeper behind this image. So if you imagine this as a 3D image, these will be like behind here, like this, what I'm talking about. So you can almost imagine this whole thing wrapping around. So it's like a 3D arm. We're building this in a 2D space, but it's 3D. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. But with shading, that's how we create these 3D structures. Speaking of shading, that's also another fundamental that we're going to have to cover at some point. Maybe we should have started with those as the basics. That wasn't really the point of this series, but actually no, that is the point of this series. But we'll get to that. We've got so much to cover. Art is such a broad subject, and there's so much in it, so much to learn, and people don't always appreciate that when, especially when you're doing commissions, or you got people like saying, "Oh, you're so talented. This is such a great talent that you have here," that they really don't realize how much work went into your ability to draw these things. Because man, it takes forever. It takes forever to learn these. All right, look at that. That's a pretty good looking arm. I'll do a little bit of the hand here just so it's not weird. I'll do it quickly. Oh, you know what? I regret my choices. Oh, actually, that's not looking too bad. Look at that. I'll do a little bit of a finger here. A little finger here. Oh no. Icarus, I'm flying too close to the sun. Alright. Oh, you guys can't even see it. No, that sucked. Look at that. It's a mess, but it looks alright. Man, I did that for nothing. Do you know what? I would love to do that back arm there, but we are running a little bit low on time. Let's do a little challenge here. Alright. Let's do a little bit of a challenge. I'll go to this side here. I think I won't smudge any of this. We're going to try and do this really quickly. That is gonna suck, but hey, it's a challenge. We're challenging ourselves. We want to get this done ASAP because we're fighting with time. Maybe it's gonna allow us to not focus on details as much, to try and create something very complicated. Because this is like the back angle of the arm, so it's automatically a lot harder to draw. And we can see a lot more muscles this way. Really putting my skills to the test here. Oh man. Got like a big bit here. Also using a pen, which this is stressful, but sometimes we've got to do things like this. This is what really pushes our abilities and tries to make... Oh man, we're out of the 5 minutes. Oh, you know what? It's alright though. We'll still go a little bit longer. I'll try and finish this going as quickly as I was. It might not be as great, so do be warned. This might not come out as good as I want it to, but you won't know if you don't try, right? Also, this is a lot of mumbo jumbo here. I don't know why I said that so weirdly. It's starting to look like a charger from Left 4 Dead. This looks very strange. You know what, I'll do the outer. It's definitely, the proportions are definitely not here, so bear that in mind. I think okay, I fixed them a little bit doing that. Tiny bit of a fix. This is obviously like the tricep from behind here. I'll lift this up a little bit so you guys can see a little bit more of what's going on. Got a little muscle here. This is a way to practice though. I do should have done this from the beginning. It's way more of a challenge. Hopefully I'll remember it way more as well. Definitely not going to be able to do that hand like at this speed. But and obviously with space running out, but let's try and do whatever we can see here. All right. Do a quick. We're doing obviously a very, very fast. This is a nice reference, by the way, if anyone wants to use it. Obviously, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, all these references are in the link in the description. I'll try and put a note at the beginning because I forgot to talk about it. But make sure you do go on my Pinterest board and either download this or just open it up there so you can see it. Oh man, this is actually kind of coming out well. Look at that. And with that, we're on 24 minutes. We're making time. I did set the timer a little bit differently than what it was supposed to be. Now this here we could work on because something weird's going on here. It's not fully the way it's supposed to be. I can see that I may have a muscle missing here. Tell you what though, very happy with this. This was more fun than the other one. Obviously I'll do a little bit of shading here. Just a tiny bit. Just so we're building a bit of that 3D shape again. The bicep, I've made it fairly massive here in proportion to the tricep. Which I guess this is all a tricep, I think. Yeah, because it's from behind here, so I'll do a little bit more of that and then we'll finish up. And a thicker outline just so you guys can see it more clearly. Obviously, we can implement the rule I was talking about here. If we've got light coming in here, which I've kind of done it the opposite way around, but we'll do thicker lines on this side. Just to make sure we're changing our line weight. Do a little bit more here. All right. Tell you what, pretty happy with that. Got number 1. And then we got number 2. Right here. So, if you guys want to have a look, this is what we've got going on. Don't have the names for these, but that wasn't the point of this practice. Also, this reference has like skin peeling off. Oh, whatever. Yeah. So we got number 1 over here. Really enjoyed using this. I might have to put it out a couple more times. Number 1 and number 2, which was the speed drawing, which I'm very happy with. It's a lot more flowing than this one, obviously. This one's a little bit more technical, if you'd like to say. So, all right. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Have to... Yeah, no more improvements needed. I don't know why I'm getting that out. All right, I'll see you guys at the desk in a second so we can talk about it. All right, so pretty good lesson there, or class. I don't know what to call these. Pretty good fundamentals. Art fundamentals day there. If I can pick this up, that'll be great. Hold on. This is what we got. Obviously, you saw it a second ago. And for comparison, I have 2 previous ones that we did, which I showed last time. Got this one, which was the first one, so you guys can see it. And then the second one we had two of these drawings, and yeah, now we have this one. So overall, for now, we're going to move on to the hand muscles next. I'm not sure if we'll revisit this again. We probably will, because arms are just a complex thing in general. So 100% we'll definitely go back to this. You can find the references in the description below. Like I said, I'll put a little disclaimer at the beginning of the video because I completely forgot to mention it. And yeah, I hope you guys get some of this practice in. Really, really massive thank you to you guys. Subs keep going up and people keep watching, and I'm very happy that you guys are here watching this and enjoying it. So yeah, be sure to leave a like if you did enjoy this video. If you got something out of it, I hope you did. And let me know if you did. Leave a sub if you want to see more of this and if you want to see this kind of journey unfold. And I'll see you in the next episode. Hope you have a good day. Hope you get some good practice in. What else is there to say?